talking about.
Exactly. Have you got an album title for the next release?
Yes, it is going to be called Kings of Self-Destruction, which oddly enough is the song JP wrote, and also the last song we wrote right before the band self-destructed. So
really, truth be told, we only broke up for about 5 months. Right?
You said a while ago you just play, so.
Well, I was drunk one day and had to pick up the instrument. Started off. Next thing I know, hey, guess what? Your song is now the title track.
Have you all got anything recorded yet for this? Or are you getting ready to go right now?
No, right now.
July 18th is our first day.
We've done several demos of several of the songs,
but they've just been for our ears or whatever.
So these shows have been for like tightening it up and everything, right? Playing like
figuring out what songs really work too. You know, we played enough shows in our area since we've come back that we kind of know what songs people vibe off live, and you know, it's we know what the surefire songs are, and they're the ones that, you know, are the definite.
They're the ones we played this week.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the scene like in your all's area? I mean, are you playing a lot of local shows? Or do you have to travel a little bit to get to play a lot of shows?
We're in fucking Oklahoma, dude. What do you think?
Not here. We're in damn Oklahoma.
It's 13 hours from home.
There's a lot of local shows we could play. We're very choosy about what we do as far as our home market. We try to, at this point, it's pretty much been about get us in front of big bands, build up a resume again, get a bunch of bands current, you know, that we're playing with and stuff. Like, you know, we played with big bands before, obviously. Before we came back, before the band split, we did shows with like Non-Point, Airborne, Endeavor After, I don't know, tons of Soil. Who else? We try to put ourselves in high-profile situations. Is basically the gist of it. We will do a local show, you know, headline a bill or whatever, and have a bunch of locals over every once in a while.
Are you guys living near each other? Do you get to practice a lot? Is it hard?
We practice a couple times a week, and
normally at least once.
At least
show
once.
weeks might be Wednesday, and we're all except for the show.
Yeah.
Non-show week, we get to it. We get Wednesday and Saturday.
We've talked about now getting together more often and at least longer hours.
We're kind of spread out though geographically.
That's what I'm saying. Are you?
I'm probably about an hour and a half for us, and everybody else is sort of.
We generally need chains during the week.
I'm in the
Is
middle.
that the practice spot?
Yeah, I have a studio there.
Predominantly.
You got a studio?
Well, it's a studio, like in the sense that we can practice there and stuff. It's not really like a recording.
It's set up to be. It's not
We just haven't got quite there yet.
It could be a recording.
Is that something you're wanting to get going?
That's the idea, yeah. It just takes time.
Yeah,
money.
Takes time and money, definitely. Where are you guys recording at?
We're going to record the bulk of the record, at least from what I understand, at Smash Hit Studio in Huntington, West Virginia, with an engineer named Steve Riley, and he's really good at getting sounds. He's got top gear, and then we'll probably look into different options as far as who's going to mix or master the record. There's a couple different names that are sort of bubbling around, and probably by the time we're done, there'll be even more names.
Have you all worked with him or there before?
They have in a previous project, and we asked ZeroKing to come on. So,
well, as far, I mean, no band ever likes promoting another band or whatnot. But, I mean, in your all's area, is there any more bands? Is there enough scene where there's a few bands from your all's? Where you predominantly play at? You know what I'm saying?
The scene's kind of rough right now.
Yeah.
But there's still a few bands out there that you catch here and there.
I definitely shout out to Bovaflex. Those guys work really hard and keep themselves out there. I mean, they're kind of, even though they're national, they're considered a band that's from our area, and we're really tight with those guys. Up and coming band I like a lot from the area is called Strength of Solitude. Those guys have got really strong songs, really good live performance. That's, I guess, one of my picks as far as somebody who's up and coming and has good potential.
We have a lot of imports, people that come from at least 2 hours away.
Oh yeah, X Factor
There's
1
no
from
market.
Columbus, you know, they come
No,
down.
I'm talking about like bands from like Pikeville, like Downtrend.
Downtrend,
Huntington
yeah.
is a very big local scene in itself, but we draw from the region
Yeah.
because I don't think there's a lot of bands in Huntington that actually from Huntington that.
Yeah, most of the bands who play
Supporting
Huntington
itself.
aren't actually from
Yeah,
Huntington.
everybody's from Grayson, Kentucky.
But it's the only
Pikeville,
town
Charleston,
really, that and Charleston are the only towns in our area that are, I mean,
considered scenes.
unless you go to Lexington
Yeah.
or, you know, conversely, Columbus or Cincinnati, you know, I mean. But there's a lot of bands from around the region that come and we center around Huntington, for sure.
How many states in this area do y'all get to play at? I mean, as far as just normal shows, I mean.
Normal shows, we do a lot of West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio. We've done a little Tennessee, a little bit of Southeast stuff, which I'd love to do more of that. You know, get down in the Carolinas and Georgia, you know, maybe Florida or whatever. This is our first time.
The women are hot.
The women are hot in
Anyway.
Oklahoma too. They're so fucking hot.
And this is obviously our first time in Oklahoma. We've been to Illinois.
Well, what y'all think about your experience here? I mean, as far as the show went,
It
This
went
place
well,
fucking
yeah,
played
sucks,
well.
man.
it's hot.
It is hot.
It's
Yeah,
hot,
it's-
goddammit. It's fucking hot.
I didn't expect to come up here and have to work to get people to come see it, just like you were at home. It was kind of a weird situation. We were in competition with 2 other bands at that time.
Yeah, that's one thing about it. I mean,
I
what do
thought I
you
was
think
gonna come
about
here and be playing for fucking 50,000 people.
and a lot of people think that. A lot of people say though, there's a lot of main stage bands that say they played in front of 30,000 people. There won't be nobody here to play in front of 30,000 people because most of us are sitting out here freaking hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
we're not going in there. But
the state's nice, people are nice and friendly, you know.
Oklahoma
sucks, man.
Great.
I mean, what do you think about the competing stages? Do you think that?
That's you gotta deal with.
That's part of
Yeah,
it. I mean, that's like,
It's just a very. It's like
It's
the top
sort
of the funnel being upside down. You know, you
Yeah,
get to the
yeah.
top and everybody's scratching to get there. And
it's
just
sort of
no
a
different than
microcosm
anyone.
of like, you're playing in town somewhere and there's 3 other shows going on or whatever. Everybody's got their pick or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, I kind of think it's like that, except, and a little bit of a like 1980s LA Sunset Strip kind of vibe because everybody's out there
Oh,
passing out
yeah,
their flyers and their
totally.
stickers and they're like, please pay attention to us.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
we-
work as hard as you can and.
I think with what we had, we won that crowd over, and we definitely, you know, picked up some fans both there and at the Garden.
The Garden
Well,
The Garden. I'm glad we were a part of that because that, you
It's
know,
more of our scene anyway.
yeah, it was a little bit
Did
more.
that
intimate.
seem more comfortable out there than it did in here? I mean,
Yeah,
Well-
it was nighttime.
it's nighttime. It's actually, that's another thing too, man. How hot was it on that stage when you were all playing?
I was-
Yeah,
I almost lost
I was fearing for my
Yeah, I
health.
mean, it's
I
literally
was
heat
really
stroke
fearing for
weather.
my
You
Yeah,
know,
I figured I was gonna die on this trip.
it's
Yeah. I was like, it's gonna be hot.
I realized how out of shape I am.
did it hit you when you like the first song, or did
Oh,
it hit later
God.
About
on?
third song in is when it really like.
Yeah.
I started to drag
Opening
down a
note.
little.
Opening note.
Opening note, really?
No, I'm lying, really.
I had, you know, a certain amount of adrenaline going those first 2 songs, and then that third song's like, oh, you got to make it through the rest of the set. You know?
I was trying to pace myself, just keep the show, you know,
Yeah, at that
energetic.
point.
And then, you know, just the crowd kept coming in, and music was just there, and I was like, screw it. Next thing I know, I'm out back, ready to die after the end of the show.
As we started to win the crowd over, it wasn't such a chore. It just
Yeah,
became another show at that point, even though, you know, the heat was there and the lights were there or whatever. At that point, it was like, okay, these people are reacting. You know, let's suck them in more. Let's get more people, you know, in on what we're doing here. And then by the end of the show, I was just like, all right, fuck it, dudes. This is Rocklahoma. Pull yourselves together. Let's make this look like a fucking crowd. I was pretty much berating the audience, and they, you know, usually complied. So for the most part.
Filming us now.
Yeah, but I can't see nothing.